Cassie Howard. I am an LPN at the Gill Oddfellows home in Ludlow, Vermont. And I am here today to talk about implementing the Purell Advanced Touch-Free Hand Sanitizer Dispensers into our facility. So for our agenda, we are going to talk about our current hand hygiene method. And then I will talk about the solution, which is the Purell Advanced Touch-Free Hand Sanitizer Dispenser. I will go over the budget, and then at the end I will have a conclusion, and I will leave time for questions or comments. I'm going to start off by talking about healthcare acquired infections, which is seen in hospitals and facilities worldwide. Healthcare acquired infections are related to the lack of or the wrong way of washing your hands, or not washing your hands at all. You have to imagine the amount of times that nurses walk in and out of patients' room, and the amount of germs that come between the patients, residents, healthcare workers. So the CDC talks about hospital-based studies show that non-compliance with hand hygiene practices is associated with healthcare-associated infections, the spread of multi-resistant organisms, and has been a major contributor to outbreaks such as flu, stomach bug, the common cold, and life-threatening sicknesses and infections, which could be very dangerous for our residents and our workers. But by implementing the touch-free hand sanitizer dispensers, this allows us to have a more convenient and better way of making sure that we're properly washing our hands or providing hand hygiene. Now I will talk about our disposable waste and our fuel costs. Our fuel cost is the second largest expense for our facility, and the amount of water that we use when we wash our hands and the amount of fuel it takes to heat the water is quite a large amount. But by implementing the touch-free hand sanitizer, that cuts using water to wash our hands. It cuts our fuel cost right in half and allows us to be more efficient. And we use a lot of disposable waste. So when we wash our hands, we have to use paper towels. And that is another expense that our facility uses, a lot of paper towels and a lot of disposable waste. So by using the hand sanitizer that does not need any paper towels, it dries on its own, will definitely help our overall facility costs. Next, I'm going to talk about the amount of time we spend washing our hands per day, shift, hour. We spend roughly 30 to 40 seconds washing our hands. And if you can imagine the amount of times nurses, any staff, and residents have to wash their hands a day, it takes a lot of time out of the day. We have a facility, it's about 50-bed facility, so if you imagine a nurse having to wash their hands every time they came in and out of a patient's room, they would spend up to, that's 1.7 to 15.2 minutes per hour washing their hands. And that could be time that could be spent just talking with residents or doing more quality care. Our touch-free hand sanitizer dispensers, they only take 10 seconds, sorry, my bad, to sterilize and wash your hands with. So also, washing our hands for our residents can sometimes be unsafe and very inconvenient for them. Most of them are in wheelchairs, use walkers, or have a decreased range of motion. So by having something as easy as a touch-free hand sanitizer dispenser, it allows them to just stick their hand under something and get the right amount of formula on their hand. It's an easy 3-step process. But it just sometimes is hard for them to have to manipulate the sinks, faucets, the soap dispensers, and trying to get paper towels. So by having something as easy as the touch-free, it'll be very helpful for them, and they would have less burns from hot water, less chances of falling when trying to manipulate washing their hands over the sink and stuff. So that will help them a lot. So now I'm going to talk about the solution. The Purell Advanced Touch-Free Hand Sanitizer Dispenser. It is proven that it kills 99% of germs on hand. And it takes less than 10 seconds to use, and you just allow your hands to dry. And the Purell sanitizer can also be used after you wash your hands, because it's very important that when your hands are soiled, that you are washing your hands with soap and water for at least 20 to 30 seconds. And it's also very convenient and safe for our residents. So here is a picture of the Purell Advanced Touch-Free Hand Sanitizer Dispenser being used. So you just stick your hand underneath it, and it provides you with the right amount of formula. Here's the 3-step easy process in how to use the hand sanitizer. So the first thing you do is you're going to apply the right amount, which when you stick your hand underneath, it will squirt the right amount out for you. And then you're going to rub your hands together. You're going to make sure you get the fronts, the backs, and then in between your fingers you want to make sure you get. And then you just allow it to dry, or rub it in until it's dry. And it's a very easy 3-step process. Now I'm going to talk about our budget. So the Purell Advanced Touch-Free Hand Sanitizer Dispensers, we estimated that we would need probably 25 for our facility. And the cost of the 25 dispensers is $550. We believe that if we start off with 100 refill cartridges, which one refill cartridges allows you to have up to 400 hand washes. And so if we purchased 100 of them, it would cost us $2,200. Then we had to estimate in the amount of hours we would need to have our staff and our maintenance men and women have them assemblize the dispensers, and then to have staff members teach our residents, our staff, to how to properly use the hand sanitizer dispensers and when to properly use them. And that would be 34 hours, and that would cost $792. And then we had to add in our shipping and handling and tax, which is $165, making the total for this to implement the Purell touch-free hand sanitizer dispensers into our facility $3,707. And within 2 years, the system would have paid for itself with the amount of money we would have spent on fuel costs and disposable waste and soap and products. So for the conclusion, the Purell touch-free hand sanitizer dispensers are easy, quick, convenient, inexpensive, and will help with the decreased spread of health-acquired infections. Does anyone have any questions or comments? Thank you for your time.